We made it to Antalya. Oh yeah, Santa
Claus was invented. This one
Jolly
right here
old
was
Saint
this was the temple. Looks like Petra, right here, and then this little cove here is the beautiful, beautiful picturesque coast. This is the sunken city. Sunken city's down here. It's actually ruins that go in, but you can scuba and snorkel with the sunken city. And then we're gonna check out the Colosseum on the way over to Seed. It's actually much closer. It's only 25 minutes from Antalya, but this whole area's got lots of ruins in it. There's the, I think this is the city in the mountain. There's several cities underground. A lot of underground cities over here. But this is us. This is what we're gonna do.
You want to show me with your finger our whole road trip?
Yeah. So we got in by the, let's wait here. So we got in by the race car. So we entered in on the Asian side of Istanbul, and we stayed on the European side most of the time. We saw Hagia Sophia, we saw the other Blue Mosque, and then we got our car up here by the new airport, and then we did the roundabout drive. We drove by Troy. We didn't get to see it this time. But we pretty much drove down here, this way. And then we stayed in Izmir. We went back up to Pergamum, which is Pergamum, ancient Pergamum. And then Izmir's down here. We stayed in Izmir, and then we went to Kusadasi. Just a quick little journey. We saw Ephesus, ancient city of Ephesus, and the Mother Virgin Mary, her house. It was in great condition, by the way. Fantastic condition. Full restoration there. She got some work done. And then we made our journey over here to Pamukkale in the Denizli. And then we journeyed over here to Antalya. And then we're gonna go to Seed, visit the Colosseum of Espendos, very historic. And then we're gonna make our journey over here. And we're gonna see Cappadocia, and I like to call them the hoodoos. But we're gonna see some underground cities, and we're gonna do the hot air balloon ride. And then we're gonna cap it off with Kayseri, and we're gonna snow in Iraklis. And then we're gonna fly out of Istanbul.
Really puts into perspective how much there is to do here. We could have taken 3 times. So Antalya is a really big resort town for all of Europe, I would say. A lot of people come here in the summer to vacation. So just, I guess it would be north and south of the actual city center. There are resorts that line the whole thing. We almost stayed. It's really popular to go to all-inclusive resorts, but we wanted to stay in the city center so we'd have access to everything because we're only here a short time. So we wanted to be able to walk around the city in the mornings without driving, 10, 20 minutes to get here. But it's really cool. From here you can totally see the coastline and see exactly how the resorts kind of interact with and you can see exactly where the resorts start and stop, which is really interesting. It is beautiful here, guys. I can't believe not like everybody is like raving about how amazing Turkey is for a vacation spot. Like I remember when I lived in England, I heard about it quite a bit, and a lot of people on Instagram, when we asked for suggestions of where to go, said Turkey is amazing, go there. But you know, in America, I think it's not commonly thought of, but it so reminds me of like, you know, a little bit of Germany here in Antalya, like Germany and a little bit of Italy, with the coastline of like Barcelona, or like the coastline of somewhere in Greece. So it's really cool. We're enjoying it. It's got so much history and it's a fraction of the cost. So you're like, why wouldn't everybody come here all the time? Congratulations, you made it to Antalya, Turkey. It's pretty impressive. Starbucks number 2. I'm pretty sure I found
Debatable.
you.
Well, everything's debatable. Chicken or the egg. Right, it is very German, isn't it?
Greek church, baby. Get the cat feeder.
Cat feeder. This is a
Dublin.
happening area. Who thought that Northern Europe would show up in Anatolia?
So Antalya is actually the 5th most populated city in all of Turkey, which I didn't really think about. We've kind of been progressing from smaller cities along the coast to bigger ones, and there is a lot to offer here. It is definitely vacation vibes 100%. We're here in the off season, but just the amount of restaurants. I mean, I think I've seen like 6 pubs from Ireland, Edinburgh, England. Like, everybody loves the pubs here, which is really fun. It's a really chill place right now. It's very relaxing and very romantic, actually, which I was not expecting. If people mention Turkey, I didn't think of this kind of romantic European streets that we've been seeing everywhere. So it's really, really fun and a great spot to vacation. The world is literally full of magical places. I can't believe I never knew about this before we came to Turkey. It's like so many things we don't know about. And that is why we have to be proactive to discover them, even if it's in your own neighborhood. I never cease to be amazed by how many people don't even know what's in their own neighborhood. When we travel, we go and we talk to locals. Sometimes we're like, did you go here? Have you seen this? And they're like, no. And we're like, how can you not? But we all get so accustomed to like what's local that we don't think of discovering it anymore. And I think the world around us has endless opportunities to discover. So it's really amazing.
So you think about coming to Anatolia. It's actually a really easy place to get to. You can obviously get a rental car from Istanbul if you flew in, or you could actually just get a connecting flight, very affordable connecting flight to Anatolia. And the things you can do around here, Espendos, I believe is what it's called. They actually have festivals there. It's one of the most beautifully restored Roman Colosseums. Up to 25,000 people are in that. Up to 25,000 people can be seated in that Colosseum, and it dates back 2,800 years. So we're gonna check that out. Definitely on our way to Cappadocia. But there's also the town of, I think it's called Side or Seed, and it's got tons of ruins. It's another Roman city, and it has got some really remarkable things just to the right, an hour east of Anatolia. Now, if you wanted to do the whole coastline on the way over here, there's a ruin about 3-hour drive west of Anatolia, and it looks like Petra, but it's like a temple, in addition to a very, very picturesque cove, like a Fijian water cove that you could parasail or snorkel in. I'll put the word in right here because I can't pronounce it. And north of us is also some snow-capped mountains if you come during the right time, also slightly east of us as well. So you can do some skiing around here because this place obviously is happening during the summer, but it's got a lot during the winter season as well. Day trips from Anatolia, super long one, Puma Pumakale.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, right here. We went there. That would be a 12-hour day trip, so that's a long one. But people do those day trips from Ankara, from Izmir, from Istanbul, from Antalya, so everybody wants to go see it because it's beautiful. The best time to see it is during the middle of summer when all the pools are full and it's nice and warm out. Cappadocia day trips don't exist. It's too far. It's a 7-hour one-way drive, so it's a good bit, but you can definitely fly there. The airports are accessible and easy here, and the flights are really cheap. We, however, are going to drive there with our rental car.
Yeah, I can.
That's amazing.
That's fun.
Can you?
So are you
Okay,
fixing
great.
all the way to here?
Yeah.
What are you fixing?
Yeah, I will fix here.
Wow.
And this here is a little bit older.
Uh-huh.
And I will take.
You're going to repair the seam?
That's amazing. Beautiful.
Is this your shop?
Yeah, this is my shop. All is my collection.
How long do they take to make?
Uh,
How long does this take to make?
Like this carpet, they were woman made,
Oh, yeah.
and it's take like maybe two months.
Wow.
2 months to make a carpet. That's a lot of hard work. Look, they have stockings
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pandemic time.
In the pandemic, you
Yeah,
made this.
we didn't
Whoa.
open like 6 months to all shops,
Yeah.
like last years.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
I'm making like this column in the home.
That's amazing.
Yeah, of simple motifs because they're hard to make new one.
I
Right.
believe it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
This is my card.
Okay.
That name is my father's name,
Uh-huh.
but this number is my number.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your first name again?
My name is Sami.
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 Okay.
Like Sam.
Like
but
Sammy?
Sami.
Sami.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it.
Yeah, dog and carpet. Yeah. I will wait for all people.
Come visit, guys.
Yeah.
This place is awesome. Totally legit. You get the best carpets, silk carpets, and really awesome people.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
The things I'm loving about Turkey is that wherever I go, I can find vegetarian and gluten-free food. Obviously, these ones are not gluten-free, but like hummus is like running through the veins of the Turkish people, and so it's everywhere. So is olive oil, which I love, and grape leaves, stuffed grape leaves. It's like so easy, and it, like I literally am that person that could eat the same thing every day if it's good. And hummus, grape leaves, olives, salads. Look at all this food. So I have 2 comments after lunch. Number 1, this juice was $1.10. You go to Press Juicery in LA, you're pushing $11 for the same thing. This, what did you do?
When you when you order hot chocolate, make sure it has Oreos in it. When you're in Antalya,
Because they're vegan.
because they're vegan.
It's not real cream.
Fantastic idea. These Turks really know how to party. Quitting sugar is a terrible idea. When you're in Antalya and you order an Oreo hot chocolate, this is what you get. They call it the pink finger. Fantastic.
What do you think about having a wife who told you she's quitting sugar?
I think everything should be assessed within seasons. Your stands now, your commitments right now will change.
Except to you. That wouldn't better stay the same.
I'm not saying relational commitments, man. I'm talking about the little stuff.
Dietary commitments.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need sugar today. Tomorrow's a different story.
True. Very true.
Here's an interesting thing. Sugar's in a lot of very natural stuff.
Yeah, but not refined.
No, don't talk about refined, not refined. That's a whole nother subject. If you want to quit sugar, we're quitting it for real.
No,
We're
refined
quitting all
sugar.
fruits,
No.
most vegetables, most everything, all has natural sugar. You're going basically to almonds.
That's not a problem with me. So my other funny story is that I ordered a green salad and it was so good, honestly. I saw that the sign outside of this place said organic, so I was immediately drawn to it because I love to eat organic food. Sometimes it's hard to find though when you Google things, so I was like, let's go here. The hummus was amazing. The salad was amazing. The carrots were just incredible. The tomatoes were so sweet and so soft. Oh my gosh, fresh dill. But there were some lettuce leaves that I didn't eat because they were kind of bitter. It tasted like very bitter cilantro, kind of like a kale cilantro mix, and they were very dense. And as I'm sitting there leaving those on my plate, the owner or the waiter comes over and he says, "Those are very healthy. You should eat those." Never in my life have I had a waiter give me advice on what I should eat, but he was totally right. He's like, put some lemon on it. I know it's like maybe not the softest lettuce. Put some lemon on it. You're gonna love it. He said, I ate this every day for breakfast for 3 months and it gives you so much energy. I just thought it was ironic that there I am. He's trying to give me a lesson on how to be healthy in the restaurant. It was pretty funny. So I ate them. So hopefully I'll feel the energy from them. So now we're back at the hotel and we've had such a nice morning, chatted with so many different people. It was really, really cool to just walk around and explore the city. Very charming place. Oh my gosh. But today is our last day here. We're just here briefly and we still have to get some work done. So we'll probably go out to grab a bite to eat tonight, but other than that, we're going to be working the rest of the day and then heading off to see some more awesome things tomorrow.